Now, in 1989 to 1990, 4 missionaries, I think they were Sill missionaries, Wycliffe Bible translators, were working on creating, learning about the culture, learning the language of the culture. They were very busy. One of them had malaria. Their kids had malaria. But one of the brothers, there were 2 brothers, one of the brothers had malaria and hepatitis A. Their hands were full, and they all had full kids in their family, like multiple kids in their family. So you can just imagine. Got to build your house, got to learn the language, got to work hard for my own food, everything. And therefore, they really could not take a whole lot of time to deal with what they were seeing, but they at least told me about it. And they have good credibility. They saw 10 different sightings over an 18-month period of time. And most of them, 9 out of the 10, were in tandem groups of 2 or 3, one right behind the other, flying across the sky. And very similar in their descriptions. They were not necessarily with each other when they made their sightings. In fact, they kind of compared notes later and realized, oh, we all saw it. Well, the one that was most impressive was Harriet, the mother. She has the same birthday as me, May 8th. And on May 8th, I believe it was 1990, it could have been 89, sorry. She went for her birthday. She wanted to go see her missionary son, and she was also a missionary officer in the missionary organization with her husband, and they had a helicopter ride up to this ridge-top town in a very, very remote location in Papua New Guinea. And it was on the island of New Britain. And when they got there, she was helping out with the medical things they had going on there. They had a house, and they had all medical supplies, and they were doing a lot of first aid and treating people with basic first aid and medical attention. And her job was to wake up and just walk to this house, go inside and help. And she tells me, in her own words, she's a heavy lady, according to her. I never met her. And she says, I didn't want to fall. So I'm going to make sure I keep an eye on my footing, stay on the path, because there's a large ravine on both sides of this ridge. The house kind of fits on the ridge, and it's a fairly wide ridge, but still I got to walk closer to the ridge side to get into the door. And as she's walking, she sees this. Remember, she's only got to walk 40 feet to get into the door, but she sees this creeping up slowly on her right, about a 10-foot wingspan. The head crest was a relatively small pteranodon-like head crest of 6 inches, but with a 10-foot wingspan and that impressive sight, she was terrified. And she just said, God, get me to that door. And she's walking and doing basic, just slow, methodic movements to get there, making sure she doesn't fall because she doesn't want to trip. She felt that would be disastrous. Not wanting to get injured by this creature. She felt this creature could, if it wanted to, knock her off that cliff easily and then eat her because she'd be incapacitated after she's at the bottom of the ravine. With that thought in mind, she's beelining it for the door as carefully as she can, so she's not walking too fast. I make an emphasis of this because I'm pointing out these creatures can fly almost 0 speed. They're just barely moving. And it was just a little bit past where she walked into the door in that 40 feet, showing you how slow these creatures can fly. She got in okay, and she was terrified.